Producer Mark Leishman's now off to Burkes Pass.
New Zealand's South Island has many mountain passes. When you think of the likes of Arthur's and Haast, the Lindis Pass, the Lewis Pass, and I always think of Burkes Pass, where my father came from. It's a small pass, but it's very influential. Tens of thousands of cars travel through the pass every year. It is the gateway to the southern lakes of the South Island. Te Kope Opihi, or the Gorge of the Opihi River, is the Māori name for Burkes Pass, named after the first European to traverse the pass, an Irishman, Michael Joseph Burke, in 1855. Originally it was a centre for the Mackenzie country, with the train due to come through from Timaru, but it never got there, with the rail terminating in Fairlie. The centre of the village has always been the Burkes Pass Hotel, which burned down in the mid-90s. And I have a personal link, as my grandparents were the owners of the hotel from the 20s to the 60s. The current owner is Dave Taylor.
So the picture up on the wall up there will show you the hotel in about the 70s. When the new bar was built on, I think it was 71 or 72. And that's when all the buses from Twizel and the dams used to call in here on Fridays on their way home for the weekend. And there'd be 4, 5, 6 buses out there. I mean, the lady used to do 300 meals on Saturday night.
When my grandfather died, his widow Myrtle, my grandmother, took over as publican and ran the hotel for more than 30 years. My father was only 9 when his father died, so his early years were living in the hotel before then going off to boarding school at Timaru Boys High.
So yeah, I remember the middle photograph there with the green roof, and my dad used to sleep up in the little up top in the ceiling there. I think there was rooms up there. Would that be right?
Yes,
can you recall?
There was 4 rooms upstairs up there, which were pretty much condemned when we took over.
I remember also hearing stories about my grandmother used to, when a group of guys, I think it was a very popular place for the local farmers to come in and have a beer, and she would always make sure there was a designated driver, that only one guy, he would be on raspberry and lemonade all night, and all his mates could drink what they liked, but there had to be that one guy, she'd keep an eye on him and wouldn't allow him to drive off, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, there's been a few cases like that. The dog trials was right out the window of the hotel too, so on the weekends when the dog trial's on, they could sit in the bar and look out the window and watch it back in the day.
Fantastic.
And so what sort of people do you get coming through here?
There's a lot of tourists. There's a busy road now, really busy road. Sort of the gateway to the lakes, gateway to Central Otago, so they make the place look busy. They're probably not my main market. The Kiwis are sort of the spenders that buy furniture and buy the collectible stuff.
Yeah. And what about the furniture? You make this amazing macrocarpa furniture.
Yes, we started making that 20 years ago. So we've been into the furniture. So we mill our own macrocarpa, make all our own furniture. So good heavy stuff that doesn't blow away in the wind. Yeah, we got a workshop. Yeah, big workshop there, and most of it's done outside. But we're just making furniture non-stop every day.
Must be pretty challenging weather sometimes here. Do you find that, or is that changing?
Yeah, that's the biggest issue is the weather here. In the winter, it's pretty wet and miserable. But no, we still keep going. Find inside jobs on the rainy days and outside on the fine days.
Yeah. And do you have? How long have you been here now?
Golly, came here in '91, so 30-odd years, 30-something years. Yeah. Longest resident now, oldest resident.
And what happened? There was the fire, because the hotel was there until what, the...
94, the hotel caught fire in 94.
Oh dear.
Burnt down, yeah.
Oh, that must
So I started to rebuild it and, ended up turning it into a shop instead. Yeah, the original accommodation wing is our accommodation now, so we just added on to that and carried on from there.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you've still got the hotel sign, even though it doesn't light up or anything anymore, but it's up on the roof.
Light up well too. Big neon, that one. Yeah, just sort of kept that, a bit of history.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
So you're sort of standing on the dance floor now in that big bar.
Oh, really?
Down the end under the DB sign.
Golly, the old sprung dance floor, eh? Very nice indeed. So that survived?
No, that'll burn down. We rebuilt this.
Oh,
this was rebuilt on the foundations of the old hotel site.
Fantastic. After the fire, Dave Taylor rebuilt a house on the site and has then transformed it into a very colourful little village with a 1950s Americana theme. It's eye-catching. It's become a rest stop for tourists and locals alike on the road to the Southern Lakes.
It's a real treasure trove here, isn't it? Clothing and
There's a bit of everything.
got the old jukebox going there. Fantastic. Oh, you're a hoarder.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'd hate to have to shift.
Have you always been this way?
Well, I had a museum when I was a kid, so I've always collected old stuff. So, yeah, it sort of carried
You
on.
had a museum as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid.
Tell us about that.
I was 10 years old and had a tree hut, and yeah, it was full of all the old stuff I used to find. Everybody give me stuff, and so I've been collecting since then.
As you drive towards the southern lakes of Tekapo and Pukaki, you can't miss Three Creeks at Burkes Pass. It's part museum, part store, with a coffee cart perfectly positioned with the weary traveller in mind. It feels like a section of Route 66 has been transported here to South Canterbury.
A blacksmith's shop, you've got a
Blacksmiths.
A petrol station.
Petrol station and a little trading post and a picker's barn.
All these have stuff in them that you can sell. People can wander through. And
Yeah, most stuff's for sale. A few
Yeah.
things that aren't for sale in there.
have you built all these little sheds?
Everything.
Yeah.
Built everything here.
So it's Three Creeks. How does the name come about, Three Creeks? Because it's Burkes Pass, effectively, isn't it?
Yes, but Three Creeks was the original old name for Burkes Pass. So when the first hotel was built, they called it Three Creeks because that's where the Three Creeks meet. So there's an old hotel site for the original old hotel, which was an old side one, which was built in 1859.
And so Three Creeks, what are the creeks? Do they have names? Or?
Yeah, the Burgess Creek, the start of the Opahee, and the Paddy's Market Creek all used to meet here.
Paddy's Market Creek. How funny.
Yeah.
Got a son called Paddy.
Yeah. Burkes Pass was called Cabbage Tree Flat at one stage. Then in the end it became Burkes Pass.
And what about the pass itself? I know it reaches a height of, 700 plus metres.
709 metres.
Did Mackenzie come through here with his sheep?
No, he came through over the Mackenzie Pass mainly, but I'm sure he's
discovered
had a
that
beer
pretty
here.
effectively.
I'm sure he's had a beer here.
He'd have a yarn to tell, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
A glamorous feature of Three Kings is Dave's partner, Kirsty Burrows, who's immersed herself in the world of vintage dress with amazing orange hair and the cars and the music of the 1950s. Dave's obviously very proud of her passion.
Kirsty won the pin-up shoot, the world pin-up shoot competition with the photograph she did here.
The World Pin-Up Shoot.
Yeah, she was in the world pin-up competition, and she won the pin-up shoot for the petrol station.
Kirsty is a vision of colour with her flaming orange hair and vibrant dresses. And like her partner Dave, being an inveterate collector at a young age, Kirsty's love for all things vintage began early.
I did rock and roll dancing and swing dancing for years and grew up with my grandparents, so the vintage was always there and the music. So yeah, there's plenty of car shows in New Zealand that we go to, and we do pin-up pageants. It's like Vogue in heaven. They have burnouts and just classic cars cruising around all the time, and bands. It's the
So,
music, it's
like
the
the
look,
beach
it's
hop,
the culture. Yeah, the beach hop. We went up to that.
And there's a South Island version out of Timaru, isn't there?
Yes, Timaru's got one. Our rock and hop, which is in end of March, I think, or middle end of March.
So when you say pin-up, what does pin-up actually mean?
Pin-up's probably sort of 1950s sort of style era, back when you think of like World War One and World War Two, all the pin-ups with the, posing.
The
with
Betty Grayballs,
Yes,
those old Hollywood
Betty
starlets.
Boop and all those. Yeah, so it's sort of like that classic era that is kind of timeless. The fashion is really quite timeless, we think anyway. So you could wear it till you're 80. Doesn't matter what your age or body shape is, or it's for everybody, and it's a lot of fun.
Where do you get it? Do you make it?
Well, I can't sew, and the fabric to buy the dresses, because they're so full, it's probably just you're better off buying them second hand. We go op shopping. There's a page on Facebook that I buy a lot. We buy and sell on there, and you can get new dresses for half the price with the tag still on. It's an obsession because, oh my God, it's like once you start getting into it, it's quite addictive. I've probably got 70 dresses, but then you've got your hats, your gloves, your handbags, your jewellery, makeup for Africa, lash. It's a lot, but it's fun.
And you
It's
live
like, yeah.
you live and breathe this. You like this the whole
yeah.
time.
Oh, well, I don't wear it when I'm at home doing my housework and my gardening, but yeah, we get dressed up. When
And
we're
what
little
about-
girls, we like playing dress up, and we just never really grew out of it, I suppose. But
What about the the reaction you get from people.
My hair usually gets the most attention, but
Now, describe
yeah.
describe
People
your
love
hair.
it. Like it likes people come up and they thank me because they're like, "Oh, you've just brightened up my day with your colour," and they love it. And old people, and the old men will open doors for you, and they get a bit confused with all the tattoos because we're quite inked up. But the combination between the tattoos and it's such a feminine way to dress.
Yes.
It's a great sort of yin yang thing, and people just love it. Yeah.
And could you describe the colour of your hair?
Like a tequila sunrise, I suppose. It's like orange and yellow. If you think of the drink.
But it
that
really
orange
works.
colouring
It
into
really
yellow.
works.
It actually needs colouring. It's usually a lot brighter. I'm waiting till we go away before I colour it. But yeah, it's usually a lot brighter.
And you have a beautiful flower in your...
Oh yeah, you always got to have a flower in your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's standard. It's just the way we go. But yeah, I just won. Dave probably told you out here with the worldwide pin-up competition. It's a Michelle who organises it over in Aussie. It's a Perth-based thing, and it's for pin-ups all around the world. She has a different theme every month. And this last month was petrol station. So she messaged me like, you have to enter. So I'm like, well, considering I just have to walk out the back door, I'll
That's easy.
I'll do that. So yeah, I won that.
So
it
who
was
took the photograph?
cool. Chris helped me. I take videos.
Yes.
To save time. I learnt this with doing car shows. I take videos and then I'll go through and pause them and find frames.
Freeze
and then
frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do it, I find.
So you
yeah,
were
we did
standing
that.
in front of the Texaco gas station, the replica.
Yeah, I can show you a photo if you like, if Dave hasn't already.
Oh, great. No, he hasn't yet.
No, this is how bright my hair is normally.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
So,
Look at you.
I know. So she's the
Straight
red and
out
the
of
blue.
1951.
Red and blue, love it. So
Oh, man.
that was the winning shot.
No wonder you won.
Yeah, it's pretty cool,
Goodness.
isn't it? Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that was nice and easy.
Well, we'll have to put that on our website if you don't
Oh yeah, yeah,
mind.
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So that
people
gets
wanna
in
see it now.
A couple of magazines and a calendar, and
Yeah.
I get a crown. It's quite nice. Wear that to the pub next time I go.
Living the dress-up dream, eh? With
Absolutely.
the crown.
The more crowns, the better. Yeah. But no, I have a big community of friends, even in Timaru, that dress like that, and we all have our own style. Obviously, my
Must have some
best
great-
friend's got blue hair, so yeah, we all have our own unique style. But yeah, as a group, we are
Your
the
own
same.
Rainbow Nation.
Yes, absolutely.
But for Kirsty, the true value of immersing yourself in a bygone age is to be part of a collective self-esteem.
The reason why I got into it is I loved the women, especially. They really empower each other and they lift each other up. Like the woman that won it the first year I did it, she was like a size 26, and Dave will vouch for this. He's seen it last year when he was watching me do it. And they go out there full of confidence, and it's showing, especially the young girls, that you don't have to be a size 8 to be beautiful. And these girls go out there and they shake their stuff and they just look amazing and they own it. And that's what it's all about. And the women are just, they really embrace each other. And it doesn't matter, like I said, what age you are or what dress size you are. All women are beautiful. And I just love being part of that community and culture and sending out that message there, especially to the young girls growing up. You don't have to look like a Kardashian. Or even if you're 70, you can still put on a dress and be pretty and feminine and feel great.
Kirsty and her partner Dave are both entrepreneurs, carving out a living in a small hamlet with a population of less than 100, selling a range of goods, from automobile memorabilia to wooden furniture to shepherd's huts. And if you're lucky, Dave will take you for a tour.
So the walls lined with signs, metal tin signs that have sort of stamped with Texaco and Atlantic Motor Oils and Milwaukee Fuel and all sorts of other things. There's an Esso Bowser here. So this is the workshop, and it's quite a workshop. It's absolutely stacked with work in progress. Gluing, and it's all made to look, genuine, isn't it? It's amazing. And so how many guys work in here?
There's 5 of us out here, and we just keep making stuff. We got too many ideas. So.
You really lived the dream, haven't you? You've for that little 10-year-old boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I like all this old stuff. So we always sort of try and make reproduction stuff and old-looking stuff. And
Dave's team make classic accommodation like shepherd's huts on steel wheels and tiny homes which get transported to their new home on the back of a truck.
yeah, we've sort of converted them, made them into accommodation, and started building them.
So can you describe this one?
Well, it's got the old curved roof and all wood lined inside, and it's got a wee bunkhouse at the end and tiny wee kitchenette, dining, and a double bed at the other end.
Double bed at one end, and the bunkhouse, which has got 4 bunks in it, and little tiny macrocarpa
Table.
table for your dinner at night.
Yep.
And then the kitchenette.
Yes, this one's all solar powered off grid, so you can put it anywhere.
Where will this likely end up?
Oh, this will probably go to Central Otago. This will be a good one for the cycle trail. It's got all the accommodation to sleep a few people.
So people like these, for Airbnbs and etc.
Yeah, extra accommodation, Airbnb, etc.
The other member of the team is Chris Gallagher, who's possibly a good reason many people stop at Burkes Pass. She's the barista in the coffee cart.
I'm sort of living on site and looking after the bookings and the B&Bs, and I do the coffee hut and the shop. I've got a lifetime of hospitality in Auckland and came down here to get away from it all.
And how's that been? Sounds like you've landed on your feet.
5 years living in a camper and just touring the South Island, and I just love it.
Oh, good
I love it, yeah. And stop here and there and work here and there, but I really enjoy it here. It's nice. It's just nice mingling with the tourists and just seeing how they appreciate our country.
Yeah.
It just makes me really happy. Just like sometimes I go over to Rutanawa and and they're out there and they're just sitting in their chairs and their coffees at 6 a.m. watching the sunrise over Mount Cook, and it's just brings a smile to my face. I love it.
Yeah.
I love tourists loving our country.
And you love living in Burkes Pass. Of all
And here,
places, did you ever
coming
think
through.
you'd end up in a place like Burkes Pass?
No, middle of nowhere, isn't it? No, it's very cool spot.
How do you cope with the cold?
Love the
winter?
cold. That's why I came down from Auckland.
Really?
Love the cold. Love the snow. It's so pretty. It's my happy place. When I see snow, I'm just like, my heart's full. And the good thing about summers here too is that you still get those chilly nights.
Yeah.
So you can,
But beautifully,
beautiful,
really hot days.
hot days. Nice
Street.
and dry.
A few hundred metres up the road from the old Burkes Pass Hotel is St Patrick's, which is the oldest Union church in New Zealand, built in 1872. Delightful little church. And when we say union, it means that all denominations were welcome. So there'd be a Catholic service, an Anglican service, a Presbyterian service, and anyone else was welcome. It's the only purpose-built Union church still in use as a church and still situated in its original location on a wee rise. And it's been here for 140 years. A great response to the needs of a very small and scattered, isolated community of all denominations that all come here and meet and worship. The road travelling west of Burkes Pass, the village, is called the Bullock Wagon Trail, heading up the pass, and we're right outside the Burkes Pass Cemetery, which is a few hundred metres up from the village. And it's a fascinating place. As we try and open the gate here, there we go, where I've got that managed. Shut the gate. Because there are a number of interesting graves, as there are in most little cemeteries around New Zealand. One of the most interesting is a very famous name, that of C.W.F. Hamilton. And he was the man who came from Irishman's Creek Station, and he was the man who invented the jet boat. Famous the world over, the jet boats used on the Shotover River and all those wonderful tourist ventures, let alone all the farmers who own little jet boats who whiz up and down the braided rivers of Canterbury. There are some wonderful gravestones here. Many of them are made out of rocks, the local rocks, big boulders, in fact more like boulders than rocks. One here has looks like a theodolite of some sort, Mr. Evans, who died, and a little statement on the stone says, "The mountains are here calling, and I must go." There are any number of quite sad stones that the young people who've come out here to enjoy the mountains of New Zealand, the Southern Alps, and have sadly died in tragic circumstances, have either fallen or slid to their deaths. One here, Mr. Payne, an Australian, a geologist who loved New Zealand, especially the mountains, where he's tragically died in 1986 trying to arrest his companion's fall on Mount Cook. And here he lies permanently. Lovely photo of Kenneth Payne. And on that photo there's also the gravestone, a ice pick and some rope and rosary beads. He came to New Zealand for the love of the mountains, and he will remain here forever. And on a personal note, I have to visit my dear grandfather, who I never met. He died in 1932, David Mowat McGregor Leishman. And he was 41 years of age, and he went fishing. He was the publican, the local publican at the Burkes Pass Hotel. He went fishing one day at Lake Alexandrina, and we think he had a heart attack and fell in the very, very cold waters of the lake and drowned. And he's been resting here ever since 1932, for goodness sake. And we all love to pay him a visit whenever we're passing this beautiful part of the world.
Mark Leishman there in the cemetery at Burkes Pass. He was chatting to Dave Taylor, Kirsty Burrows and Chris Gallagher.